Before the end of the year, I thought I would give my subscribers a few more theories to think on. And yes, I said theories, not just one. So today, let's discuss Gen 2 and Gen 4. Yeah, sorry Gen 3, but you're being left out this time. We will be talking about the movies as well as the games. So sign in and get ready to comment below because Pokemon is just a game, and what is a game but a simple computer program, right? What do we know about Unown? Well, I think it's safe to say that they are a pretty unknown species of Pokemon. But on a more serious note, unknown Pokemon are basically letters introduced as hieroglyphs in Generation 2 of the Pokemon series. These Pokemon are expanded more throughout the series, but they are basically just the English language in the form of Pokemon with one eye. That's right, kids! No mouth to scream of their constant pain. Always hungry, always seeing, never sleeping. It's enough to drive anyone insane! But we don't even know if they eat, so unknown are said to work in tandem with the creation of the universe, so they could be as old as the dimension that holds the Pokemon world itself. Speaking of dimensions, unknown usually stay in their own dimension, but when in the Pokemon world, they're plastered against the walls of ruins, or they gather together. Being a psychic type Pokemon, unknown don't know any other move besides hidden power and have mediocre stats to boot. But this is where the collective theory actually comes into play. Referencing an old Pikachu Pokedex entry, when several of these Pokemon gather, their electricity could build and cause lightning storms. Several of these Pokemon. This was referenced way back in Gen 1, so it isn't too far-fetched to say that Game Freak was interested in having hordes of Pokemon originally. This isn't a new idea, is the point. And you might be saying,
but Proto, what does this have to do with the unknown?
Well, fine viewer, I'm glad you asked. You see, when unknown are alone, they don't have much power, but when together, they have the ability to, quote, distort reality to suit the dreams and wishes of whoever is in control of the unknown. You heard it right, distort reality. And what other Pokemon can distort reality? Oh, the ruler of the distortion world, Giratina. Now, Giratina doesn't play a massive part in what unknown do, but it's interesting how one of the three trio Pokemon that created the world share an ability and power with the unknown. Perhaps Giratina has the power of the unknown and doesn't need to be with tons of Giratina, unlike the unknown need to be with tons of their own species. The unknown can be used in a group to literally reshape reality. Not the world or time or even space, but reality itself. All of them combined, the substance of everything. But it requires a lot of them, perhaps one of each unknown to do so. And this could be why no human could do this, as controlling around 28 to 30 unknown at once would be impossible for one human to do. Perhaps a group could, but it could be stated that they suit the dreams and wishes of whoever is in control of them. So probably a single person or Pokemon. Yes, the unknown can be controlled by a Pokemon as well. It's not just any Pokemon, but Arceus, the god of Pokemon, as they say. Taking all the information that we know, it's fairly safe to say that Arceus used all of the unknown to create the universe of the Pokemon world and the parallel universe with Giratina to maintain order and balance. But how do we know this? Well, there are a few bits of evidence in both the games and the movies provided. In the movie Arceus in the Jewel of Life, I'm gonna summarize this quite a bit, so understand that I'm leaving out quite a bit also. But essentially, Arceus thinks Ash and his group, along with Team Rocket, are responsible for wronging Arceus in the past. And so Arceus attempts to destroy them, and they travel back in time to save the day. But with how angry Arceus is, don't you think he would have just reshaped and recreated the world in his own desire? It can be assumed from this that Arceus can't do that for the lack of the unknown support. Moving to the games, it is shown in a special event on Heart Gold and Soul Silver that Arceus uses the unknowns to create anything. This power is specifically used to create a legendary Pokemon of the player's choosing, either Dialga, Palkia, or Giratina. This evidence should be enough to show alone no other Pokemon can create another Pokemon in this fashion without breeding, and definitely not a legendary Pokemon that has such control over the world.
But Proto, how does this make Unknown binary?
Ah yes, the title. Well, technically yes and no. Binary is a type of language or code used for computers to understand on and off. This is fairly a simplistic explanation, but 1 could represent on and 0 could represent off. It is the core of what everything with any kind of computerized circuit does these days. But the unknown represent the alphabet of sorts and not numbers. So how could this work? Well, looking outside the box for a moment, quantum computing, the future of computers, might look to change this solution as it can solve complex problems hundreds upon thousands of times faster than the top-of-the-line computers today. And in the Pokemon world, technology has advanced so much that instantaneous teleportation of items and Pokemon are possible. Is it so crazy to think that the unknown are just an advanced sequence being run by a computer?
But Proto, what computer?
Yes, I am taking this theory a step further. Pokemon, be it movies, games, even the manga, it's all a game. And what is a game but a simple computer program? I have spoken in the past on why this is possibly true, taking into account strange things like lifespan, Pokemon evolving to humans, super strength, and all an advanced computer simulation of a world. Very similar to Digimon. And if Digimon can do it, then why not Pokemon? What would make that universe impossible would be someone's dreamed up creation. After all, the creator of Pokemon, Satoshi Tahari, wanted children to experience his childhood even though the world had changed so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, to sum it all up, Arceus is the master program that uses unknowns as sub-programs to reshape the simulation to its desire, using the unknown as a command console to create. Pretty simple theory, but if you are still signed in, tell me if I'm right or wrong in the comments below. And if I earn that like, make sure to click that button and share this video. Thanks for watching, and tune back in Tuesday and Thursday for another Pokemon Theory. I have been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to research the New Year's Pokemon. Thanks for watching my video and making it to the end. If you want to see my theories a day early, make sure to head over to my Patreon, where donators get a day early viewing of my newest theories. And follow me over on Twitter to see my updates about certain videos and access to some cool unlisted hidden content as well. If you don't have Twitter, I am on Tumblr too, so be sure to check out my videos on your preferred social networks or subscribe here on good old YouTube. I've been on YouTube for a while now, and I don't plan on going anywhere soon, so I hope you keep supporting me by liking the video and sharing it where you can on Facebook or Twitter or other forums as well. Thank you again for taking a bit of time out to support me, and I hope to see you here next time on Pokemon Theory. Please note that in all my videos, if I use images from Google, that I do not own any of those images, and all images obtained from Google are owned by their respective owners and copyrights. So please remember this when watching my Pokemon Theories. Thanks.